Steve, Stevie, Steve-O, and Stevano were born to parents Bud and Bonnie Boom Boom back in the mid-'80s in Effingham, Illinois. In Effingham, every day was an effing good day, and everybody was always effing around. The problem was non-residents always tended to take everything that happened in Effingham the wrong way. The four boys, the quadruplets, had their picture taken with the Cabbage Patch dolls shortly after they got home. This was the only time they ever had their picture taken together, for shortly after this, Stevano self-destructed. It was felt that just maybe having their pictures taken together created bad things. Early on, it was readily apparent that the boys had no musical talent whatsoever. It always seemed like that no matter what they touched, anything that they touched, no recognizable music sound would ever come from it. Still undaunted, they knew that they were destined for very minor greatness as a band. Stevie found that he had a talent for holding a guitar, while Steve-O took up playing the pots and pans. And Steve, after trying numerous instruments, found his calling was with the wooden spoons and the kazoo. Upon graduating high school at age 25, the quadruplets, now triplets, pursued their dream of forming a rock band. Stevie came up with the name of the band, the name that was destined for minimal greatness. And the name of the band was Klapperkumdoodle. When asked what it means, he generally would say he had to take a whiz. But you know, the best band names generally have some hidden meaning anyway. One reporter, who seemed to have been totally lost when he happened to find the band, asked them to classify their music. And they were able to sit down, and they told them that they played avant-garde, free industrial jazz folk. It was going to be the next big thing. They could feel it. The only thing that they were missing now was a bass player and talent. At least the bass player was found. In what seemed like destiny, they found Frank, who could play a very mean bass. Frank claimed that he was from Uranus. Steve always told him that he was not from his anus, though he did seem small enough to be, from there. He did have a hard time, though, getting into bars, as people always commented that he had a real baby face. This challenge of having a baby face was a drawback, but this was made up more than ever by the fact that they could ship Frank to the various concerts in a suitcase, and thus they were able to save the price of a single ticket for the bus, the airplane, the taxi, whatever might be the case. This had been working out perfectly until one day their luggage, along with Frank, was lost. Wow, they never did find Frank ever again. Undeterred, though, the band found various bars that they could play in. The music, though, it seemed like it was heard by absolutely none. Because even the help usually took long, prolonged breaks as they waited for Klapperkumdoodle to finish their set. For some reason, nobody really seemed to be connecting with the music that they were putting out. Stevie would be doing his best Syd Barrett imitation with his guitar, while Steve-O would whack on anything within arm's reach, including cats, which seemed to be something he really enjoyed doing. And of course, Steve was the entertainer, prancing about the stage with his kazoo and spoons, keeping time that could only be found on a broken watch. Yes, let's just face it, folks, they really did suck. Their dad, Bud, and mother, Bonnie Boom Boom, realized that they needed a more refined audience, preferably one that was about 1,000 miles away. They suggested the Amazon, as many of those people had no idea that this was bad music. So they bought the boys a one-way ticket to Brazil and a canoe to paddle up the Amazon to perform their unique brand of music. They met various curious natives as they moved deeper into the Amazon. The days turned to weeks, and the weeks to months, and nothing was heard of from Klapperkumdoodle. Legend has it that they finally found a tribe that really dug their music and that they were made into the tribe's house band. Most people, though, think that they were eaten. Whatever happened, though, their music does not live on in the hearts or minds of anyone. Yes, Klapperkumdoodle was kaput and was never heard from again. It was the greatest band that never was.